Hi Capricorn. So this is the new series that I started. I don't know whether I'm gonna be continuing with that or not, but I just wanted to explore that because I feel that need to do that. So this reading gonna be, I'm gonna take like 3 cards, oracle card, and then I'm gonna put another layer with 3 tarot card. And what I'm gonna look for here is that what is one aspect in your life that kind of hinders your relationship or your life in general. Like maybe it doesn't have to be bad or good, it's just something that you might need to be aware of. If you're already aware of it, I'm gonna give you much more in-depth knowledge of that area of your life where you may need to work on or not. That's up to you. Free will, right? I just wanted to point out that. So let's see how it goes, okay? And if you like or if you want me to continue, please let me know that. I just wanted to explore this new aspect of it, okay? Okay, without any further delay, let's see. Let's pull some cards. And it's gonna be extremely intuitive reading, so listen. I love this card. Look at this card. It just, I love this card. Anyway, let's pull 2 more. Moon dance. Let me turn off the heater because it makes a lot of sound. Okay, one more. This card is coming out almost every reading for this series. White Rose of Hope. Okay, now get some tarot. Okay, these two together. 9 of Swords and Son of Pentacles. This also came twice before for this series. 9 of Swords and Son of Pentacles. Give me a card for Moon Dance. Five of Cups. And White Rose of Hope. The Devil in reverse. Okay, let's see. So the thing that hinders with the Listen card, because it's also number 6, so number 6 for me, because I'm a big fan of Tree of Life chart, and 6 is to me it's heart chakra. And what is telling me, Capricorn, that you find it very hard to quiet your mind, and really listen to your own thoughts, your own analysis, whether it's come from intellectual point of view or your gut feeling or your intuition or your like something coming from inside, very heart oriented. You find it very hard to quiet your conscious mind down. And you want to do that, you really do. And it really your conscious mind is so active that it's almost to your own detrimental. With the Nine of Swords, you feel like that you might have a lot of, because of that you might have a lot of physical um, problems, like like maybe muscle pain, headache, migraine, you know anxiety, depression. You may be prone to that, and because of that it also takes it takes a lot of time to actually make things happen, whether it's a project related, whether it's any day-to-day work, like focus and organization is something that you really struggle with, because your conscious mind is extremely sometimes overpower your own well-being. But you want to, though, and it makes you sometimes very tired and exhausted. I got similar kind of things, little different for Libra as well, that how our mind deceive us to see certain things very clearly and make some simple things extremely complicated or convoluted to derive any meaning from. It also makes you very hesitant when it comes to take risk. When it comes to, and what is risk? Take risk is following one intuition, one inner calling, even though externally, rational wise, it does not make 100% sense. But from inside that this is something you need to do, and you kind of go against the grain, go against the waves to make your point established. And that needs confidence, and that needs a certain sense of awareness of your inner knowledge, because your conscious mind is kind of almost like cutting you inside, chewing you inside, so it's very hard for you to take a risk. That's also directly connected with your ability to finish task, or your ability to commit, and your ability to really see through things, any kind of situation, whether it's a relationship based, because these are our characteristics, these are what we deal with internally, and it affects us in every sorts of a life crisis. It doesn't have to be only relationship, because we are the same person. We carry the same dilemma, we carry the same problem, whether we go for a relationship or a project, or at our day-to-day life, or to our family. We are not changing. Our interaction is based on what we are inside. So what I'm telling here, please take it and apply. If you feel that you are resonating with this, apply every area of your life. And it really, sometimes this delay and sometimes this lack of clarity actually makes you very depressive, and you feel that the darkness is looming so hard and huge over you. Sometimes it's very hard for you to see the light. And because of that, it creates a certain sense of miscommunication between you and the other people that you are dealing with, because they don't get that, they don't know your actual struggle, so they misinterpret your delayed response, or they misinterpret your lack of courage into something as a character flaw, but which is not a character flaw, which is something that going inside, because your conscious mind is ruling over your subconscious and unconscious mind, which is your feminine side. You're more of an inner knowledge. But you tend to think that whatever you have, this thing is something is as your weakness, as something that you sometimes may even doubt yourself as a am I a good person, am I a wicked person, those kind of negativity about your own personality sometimes comes to you and makes it more harder for you to focus on things in a more concrete way, rather than get lost by this rational destructive negative thoughts that is not induced by others but your own brain. I also getting a sense that you may be a person who is extremely sensitive to external affairs that goes on in the world, and any kind of external affairs when you feel like this unjust, unfair, brutal violence is really affect your own identity and own being. And then you sometimes may take that the cynical approach to look at these things and be very suspicious of people, because you hear all this negativity from the outside world and you kind of translate that into your own personality, and that may doubt your own self, and you may time to time ask your own deeds as a negative one and purposefully hurting others. But that's not the case, though. Do not do that. I can see that deep down you really look for that, this white, this light and calmer. So you need something which calm your mind rather than provoke your mind rather, further. Because the more you're gonna get provoked by this external stimuli in a negative way, it's gonna be not only you won't be able to focus on your day-to-day activity, organization, focus, courage, risk-taking ability, confidence, self-esteem, all those things. It's also gonna make doubt your own nobility as a character for yourself. So this is something that I'm feeling like that you might be dealing with a lot, and it affects every area of your life. So I feel like that just know that maybe something you need to do something which is calm down your conscious mind, and do not feed into that kind of vicious cycle of the conscious mind which feeds only negativity about the world around you and about yourself. Because you sometimes you feel that negativity so overwhelmingly, you feel depressed, anxious, and then you try to prove yourself further to be more positive, and that takes a lot of energy, and that kind of feel deliberate, and which also can be felt in your relationship where people think that you are trying too much, too hard to prove yourself, and that's kind of work against your own self-esteem. Then they start take you for granted. You see how these things are kind of all connected. There is always different perspective to see, look at things. Don't try not to take things on their face values. If you see something on news, if you see something on newspaper, if you see something on something blog or advertisement or people talking, do not take that whatever you are hearing, marinate with that. Then you can start seeing the different aspect of it. Initially it may seem very negative and cynical how people behave, but you can see what their undertone is. The more you get to know the undertone of people's speech, more you get to know the undertone of people intentionality, your conscious mind will be much more calmer, and you will be able to focus on yourself more and try to make a sound judgment of your action, and you will be more bold, and your self-esteem gonna be boosted, and you won't be able to you will be able to follow your heart more seamlessly as you proceed that process than you do now. That's what I'm getting. All right, I think this is all it is. This is very different kind of reading, like I don't know, but I just feel like sharing. So if you like, please do like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment if you feel like this is something that is helpful to you in any sorts, any form and way. And I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.